What is up, everybody? Firechicken here. Just getting out of work. Thought I'd get on here and give you guys some updates on happenings in the scrapyard. So I'm gonna wait till there's a couple people on here before I get into it. But yeah, man, nice day today. Wish we could. I wish we could have this type of weather when we have our winter events. It's a little bit cold, but I mean, cold's better than rain. You can always put a sweatshirt on when you fight. I mean, like when I was in Virginia, I wore jeans because it was like 35 degrees out. But, so how we usually do this? When I'm doing this like riding with chicken thing. I can respond to your guys' messages when I stop or something, but for the most part, it's just going to be me talking to you guys, and if you got questions or whatever, you can leave them. And I'm going to be getting a lot of those notifications. I got 2 different lines, and when I start up my other line, it gives me all the notifications that I got during the day. So, kind of annoying, but anyway, so I guess I'll start. Don't got anybody in here, but I'll probably repeat myself a couple times. Last night I did an official belt presentation with our 155-pound boxing champion Golden Hands. So I went out to I don't know, up north past Seattle. So it was either Redmond or I can't remember. But I hooked up with our camera guy and editor Pete, and I checked out his studio. And Golden Hands met us there, and we did like a sit down kind of interview type deal. You know, asked him some questions, and then got his reaction to the belt. So that was fun. I'm not sure when the footage will be out. We did a lot of takes and stuff, and for Golden Hands and I both, it was kind of first being in a situation like that where you got like professional cameras and yeah. So it'll take a little bit to edit together, but it'll be a nice interview. I can't wait to see it. So Golden Hands officially seen his belt now, and when everybody else sees it, I'm sure he's going to have people coming after him, which is another thing. We're trying to find somebody to box Golden Hands in January on the 23rd, 155-pound boxing title. So yeah, we're looking for a match there. We're looking for matches in general, people, so I know we got a lot of time, but go to the Facebook group and sign up anyway. Get on the card before I have a feeling that this card, once we get our cage set up and everything, I have a feeling the card's going to fill up really fast, and if you guys are going to wait till the last minute, you're not going to get on the card. I don't really want people just not putting their name on it and then just showing up to fight knowing that we've had like 2 months to sign up, because then I don't have a way to match people up. Then I got to do it at the event, and in January, we're limited because of winter time. We're limited to daylight hours, so that's cutting into our time that we're filming, having to match make when I could just do it ahead of time. I don't want to have any low light matches because I'm not really set up for that. So anyway, the next belt that we're going to be doing is going to be the 155-pound MMA belt. So if you're looking to maybe eventually, fight for that title, you might want to sign up to fight 155 in January. And a little hint, if maybe you do 2 matches in one day, you might get a title shot faster. I'm not saying you got to do it, but it just adds to your record. And it's hard to prepare for 2 matches because you never know how your first match is going to go. I have people come out there all the time. They're like, I'm going to do 2 matches or whatever. But if your first match is a war, probably not going to want to fight a second match. Got anybody in here? Oh wow, nobody. Got a couple people listening. Oh hey, TD is in the chat. What's up, Graveyard? Who was that? That was Tiger Dragon. What's up, Tiger Dragon in chat? Goose, how you doing, Graveyard? So yeah, I've just been talking about the belt that we presented to Golden Hands last night. We did it at Pete, our video editor / alternate angle recorder. And hey, King Warlord, it's been a while. I've been good. How about you? By the way, I'm just stopped right now. That's why I'm able to talk. But I'm going to be driving here soon. And I'll get back into like what we're talking about. But how this works is you guys come in. You know what I'm going to do next time? I actually seen somebody do this today. I didn't know you could do it. But I'm going to pin a chat to the top of the screen before I leave. And that way it'll kind of give directions on leaving messages, and then I answer them when I can come to a stop or whatever. Probably be the best way. If somebody wants to put that down too, you know, like leave a message right now and saying that, maybe other people will see it. It'll help everybody out. But I like having people participate, and then me seeing a bunch of questions to answer when I stop. Anyway, so I'll start over again. We presented Golden Hands his 155-pound boxing title last night, and Pete, our camera guy, had us up to his studio up north of, I think it's up north of Seattle, Redmond or Renton, I don't remember which one it is. Beautiful studio. He had this thing that was called like a infinity room. Never seen one of those in person. It was crazy. He's got like some pretty sick cameras, and you guys got anybody that want to fight in January? Try to people signed up as quick as you can in the Facebook group so I can match up early again. Golden Hands is looking for somebody. 155-pound MMA. We're going to do a title shot. We're going to do a title bout for that eventually within the next few months. I got a couple people that I'm considering for it, but you know, it really depends on how matches go in January and that kind of stuff. And then we'll also kind of untapped territory is going to be the kickboxing title. We'll probably do a kickboxing title after that, or maybe we'll go back and do another boxing title at a different weight. I don't know. But yeah, please get people signed up please people sign up early if you can so we can match up. We are limited on daylight hours in the wintertime, and the quicker, if you were out there for our last event in November, you would have seen how well it worked having matches planned out. It was pretty slick the way that we got through the matches. I mean, it was really efficient. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. So if you guys from like Cali or Virginia or whatever, if you guys are watching this too, and you guys are interested in coming out and getting some of that scrapyard action, maybe you just like the really cool editing and recording that goes along with it. You know, we got that too. So that's another reason to try to get signed up. And if you sign up ahead of time, like, you know, from one of these other branches, it makes it easier for us to definitely get you guys a match, because if you're coming from out of town, we want to have a match lined up for you ahead of time. I don't want you to have to show up and then scramble to get a match, because now it would really suck if somebody showed up and we didn't have a match for them. They came from, you know, like a different state or something. So yes, please sign up, and that is in the events section of the Street Beef Scrapyard Facebook group. If you don't have Facebook, direct message me on Instagram at streetbeefs_scrapyard, or the one I never get on really, which is Firechicken. All the E's are 3's. I used to post all the stuff on that one, but then when we put the scrapyard together, I made a separate Instagram for that. Cage coming next month for sure. We have 5 of the 6 panels needed to build the cage. The reason we don't have the 6th panel is because it's a special order. It has a door in it. So we're looking at different stuff as far as, you know, building that. So, or looking at different options on things that we can do to accommodate building that. I'm going to be getting some plywood, to go around it, that kind of stuff too. We'll have, of course, we'll have like our wall of fame also. I don't have the requirements for the wall of fame yet, so I'll probably ask guys in the Scrapyard Locals group. So if you're in there, I'll probably make a post or something in there and get people's opinions on what it should take to. And you guys are free to say what you think in here too. But I want to do this for a while, like for a long time. So I feel like there should be a pretty strict amount, pretty high amount of matches before you're considered like a Hall of Famer. I don't have a set number of matches for belt matches yet. In the end, it's kind of at the discretion of us that run it, as far as like who gets a title shot, basically. And it could come down to skill too. If I see somebody do like really good in a match that they have, but they've only got, you know, 1 or 2 matches, then I might feel like, well, we'll put this guy up against our champion. And the reason for that is, if you think about it, like, you know, say we get a champion and he's had like 6 fights. You're not gonna get very many people. He probably already fought everybody, you know, that's competitive in that division. So you're gonna have to start giving him people that are newer. So I can't say like for a title shot what the requirements are gonna be, but yeah, Wall of Fame will definitely have a set number requirement for the Wall of Fame. You guys got anything? Hide all chat messages. Members and super chat messages. Oh, I'm not hiding messages in the. Hey, Gumby. I'm not gonna turn off commenting on YouTube videos. I don't feel like I should silence people, because a lot of the fighters like to go on there and look at people saying positive things. So yeah, we're just talking about, we did a belt presentation, Gumby, with Golden Hands last night, and Pete, the camera guy. So that was, you guys are probably going to see that soon. There's still a couple more fights from the last event that haven't gone up yet. Pete's down right now. He just had surgery, so I'm not sure when he's gonna have those matches. I mean, I'm not in a hurry. It doesn't really matter when they go up on Street Beefs. But I don't have them yet. I mean, I have my footage, but I mean, with the job that he did editing them, you know, I can't. I don't want to just throw up a couple videos the way I edited them for the last 4 or 5 events. I want him to be able to do it and show his good work, and we have a new standard now in our branch, and that's what it is. So definitely want to give him the reins on that. I'm all about, yep, same here. Hope he recovers quickly. Yeah, I'm all about quality over quantity. I figure just because of our location and everything, we're always going to be kind of limited on numbers of fights compared to the other branches. It's just how it is. Unless we did, I know I said we wouldn't do this, but unless we did like a 2-day event where we had people show up on a Saturday and then other people show up on a Sunday. But then I got to get my ref up there 2 days in a row, and it's like, I think we should honestly just stick to, right around 15 fights. I think 15 fights per event, but that's going to make it competitive on whether or not you're going to be able to get on the card or not. If you guys aren't wanting to sign up ahead of time and that, you might not get on the card if we're limiting our numbers. And it's going to take off next year. Mark my words on that. We get that new cage in there with the editing we got going on. People are starting to recognize the different names of the fighters in our branch. There was just a post in Street Beefs today, and it was who's I don't want to go, I can't do verbatim on this, but basically people want to know, who do you think is like a sleeper? Who do you think is somebody that hasn't been, sorry, I'm multitasking right now. If you guys know me, I'm horrible at multitasking. Oh, okay. Anyway, who do you guys think would be or is considered like somebody that's really good in Street Beefs that not a lot of people know about? And of course, I went on there and gave some of our fighters, I said Golden Hands, obviously, he's our first champion. Arm and Hammer, True Grit. We got a lot of talent, definitely. Some other people mentioned Moses. Who else? I think someone else mentioned Arm and Hammer. A lot of people mentioning themselves, not from our group, but I don't know. I saw Turco and Turkish Assassin mentioned a few people, which they mentioned me, so that was really cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the love. The more fights you guys have with us, the more your name gets out there. And then when people are scrolling through YouTube and they see a fight come up, they're like, oh, hey, I remember Pookie. That was another name I mentioned. Like, I remember Pookie. I saw a fight of his a long time ago, or a few months ago, and I want to watch that guy fight. I like the style. Or Gumby, Gumby's a really charismatic, entertaining, talented. So don't let it get to your head, Gumby. But that I try to tell people, like, let people get to know you when you do your interview. I mean, yes, your fighting can talk for you. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you go out there and you handle business every time, and look at Beach, he made that rear naked choke work like every match. And it's just like, now Beach is one of the most popular fighters of all time from Street Beefs. You got like Baby Hulk, another interesting personality, one of the big names, but he goes out there and handles business. Shinigami, comes out with his Kempo gi on, and then obviously, like the head kick speaks for itself. So J-Rock. He had some really inspirational things to say before his matches, and he was very respectful and kind of beat up a bully too. So, I mean, if you're looking to get like a lot of views and you want people to really know who you are, try to look at some of the stuff that some of the bigger names have done in the past and come up with your own thing on what might make it work for you. I still don't really have anything like too interesting to say when they interview me for fights, but who's in here? We got 6 people. Leave your questions, guys. That way when I come to a stop, I can read and answer your questions. Going back to what we talked about, did the belt presentation with Golden Hands last night. The footage will be up once Pete's recovering. Plus there's a couple more fights. 155-pound MMA title will happen sooner than later. Not too much sooner, but I'm not going to do the next belt fight without a belt. So yeah, 155-pound MMA. Once I got the belt ordered and have it in person, and I'm not going to hide this one from everybody. I'm going to show the belt ahead of time. I did put the belt online we did the belt presentation last night, and I did put the belt up on our website or on our Facebook group, but my wife complained that she didn't like the picture I took. I thought the picture was fine because it showed what I was really getting after was the detail of the belt. So I'll describe the belt if you guys didn't get a chance to see it. Basically, it's got metal plates, the main one. It's got scrapyard on it. It's got 4 other little panels on it with 2 Sasquatches, a Washington State, and a pair of boxing gloves. And then it's like Sand Viper belt strap. Belt strap really sets it off. So for the MMA title, I'm going to go with a different design. Obviously, it's going to say MMA champion, but I'm going to go with a different type of strap too. I mean, it might be a green dragon, or it could be a pink dragon. I don't know. Whatever I want to make it. If I could find it, I kind of want to make a scrapyard Sasquatch belt, people, but I don't know what I would want it for. It could be like the grappling champion or something. And how I want to, this is all just brainstorming right now, so don't take any of this to heart. But if I could get like a blank strap that doesn't have any texture, maybe just a leather strap, and then I could get some like fake hair, like a fake hide, like thick, like buffalo or something, and put it on this strap, make it look like a Sasquatch hide. I think that would be pretty sick. Have it say just like Scrapyard Grappling Champion. What do you guys think of that? I'm not going to do that for the kickboxing or the MMA belt because I want them to kind of have the same, not the same design, but the same kind of theme, I should say, as the boxing belt. I want them to all be kind of similar, but distinctively different, if that makes any sense. What's new with everybody else? Cage coming next month. 5 of the 6 panels are already purchased. Waiting on the door. Thank you, Len, for that. You've been really, really a big part of Street Beef's scrapyard in the last couple months. Thank you for stepping up and doing what you're doing with the COVID, check-in station, medical, printing out waivers. I mean, just the ideas too. You've got a lot of really good ideas that it's hard for me to process a lot of it at the time, at one time. I'm not very good at multitasking, as you guys know. Thanks, Pete. You know, really appreciate the editing, camera work, and I'm hoping for a speedy recovery for you. Thanks, Twin Dragon team down in Aberdeen. That's going to be like our ref, Paul, and they always bring out like a little team of guys to help out with stuff. Thanks, Brave House, for being part of our group. You guys have been, I should say this because Brave House has been with our group since like the beginning of the scrapyard, like before it was even Street Beef scrapyard, before I even knew what Brave House was. I remember Pono, I remember him back from Street Beefs, and I remember him posting in the scrapyard. So, you know, that loyalty means a lot. Uh-oh, Popo. Is it a Popo? Can't tell. It looks like a light bar. Everyone's slowing down. Yeah. I don't have my fog lights on today, so you can't get me for that. And I'm not talking to the camera. I'm not touching the phone. I'm not reading messages right now. He's in a weird spot. He's in the right lane. I'm going 60. He's going 60. I'm going to get over behind him. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to flash my high beams at him. He could probably pull me over for that. I don't need a ticket right now. Those aren't fun. Wow, I'm not liking this getting dark earlier stuff. I wish they'd get rid of daylight savings time. I would love having another hour right now. By the time I get, you know. Oh, Pono, let me get a hold of Cody, man. I like to see him stand on doing boxing. I want to get him a guy that's, you know, like 145 this time too. I'll say this about Cody, like his first match, he fought somebody that was quite a bit heavier than him. And our judges seen it split, like, you know, one seen it him, one seen it the other seen it as a split. So, to do that good against somebody, you know, that much heavier than him. The second fight, that was against, did he fight Turtle or Golden Hands? I think he fought Golden Hands. Jeez. Man, he's had 2 tough matches. I'd like to see him fight maybe like Turkish Assassin maybe. Running Man would have been a good one. I don't think Running Man's around anymore. I think he might have moved back to Louisiana. Which is, it's a shame. I wanted him at the last match, but I could have gotten him a match too. Oh, nice blinker, officer. You know you'd pull me over for that. Oh, a sheriff too. I'm just bitter that I got pulled over for my fog lights the other day. That's all it is. Don't take my bitterness as hatred. But I can admit it, you know. I'll admit that fault. I'm human. You know what? As long as you're trying to become a better person every day, trying to learn off your faults and your mistakes. It's part of growing up. I'm interested to see what everybody's been asking me on here, since I couldn't check messages while I was driving. Maybe I'll do a Kicking It with Chicken Saturday night. I don't know if you guys are down. Those are kind of hit and miss. You know, like sometimes I make plans. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do a Kicking with Chicken tonight, Kicking It with Chicken tonight. And nobody shows up. It's like, oh man, it's like Kicking It with Chicken, because it's just me by myself talking to myself. But then other times I'll do like a 15 minutes with Firechicken, and then we'll have like, 15 people on there asking me questions. And I think I had a 15 minutes with Firechicken go for like an hour or two one time. Now I think it was an hour. Kicking It with Chicken, I know I've had a 2-hour Kicking It with Chicken before. When I would do the video editing and stuff, Gumby, we could definitely change some rules. Just remember that rules are you can negotiate rules. Here's the thing, okay. A lot of people will be like, I want to use knees and elbows. I want to do Muay Thai rules. And then they go and they have a match. And it's like, you understand, if I would have put Muay Thai rules in there, you would be in the hospital. They use that as a, how do I say it? Like they're, like if I don't limit that, they'll have a better chance at winning. But they don't take into consideration that their opponent can also use knees and elbows. So any advantage that you think you had might have just went out the door, and then some, by quite a bit. If you're a white belt, I'm taking these off, guys. So like if you're a white belt in jiu-jitsu, don't come out there and be like, yeah, I want heel hooks. Don't do that, because who knows, the other guy might be a purple belt or something and you didn't even know, and you agreed to heel hooks. He might go out there and pull a Paul Harris on you, and he'll hook you 3 seconds into the fight and blow your knee in half. What's up, JK? So basically what I'm saying, Gumby, is like if it were a title fight, I might have to make like a set rules for title fights. But if it were two experienced fighters, then yes, I might put knees and elbows in there. Problem is like, it's really easy to get a match stop for blood from an elbow. So, I mean, do you want to win a fight just because you made your opponent bleed a little bit? It's a crappy way to win. But we're a backyard fight organization. We're basically amateur level rules in Washington State. So what that also means is they don't do blood work for amateur fighters in Washington State. At least none of the matches that I ever had doing MMA did I ever have blood work done. Yes, I saw a medical personnel ahead of time, and they check you out and make sure you're good to fight. Yeah, JK, that's actually, I gotta talk with my ref. I actually think we do allow knees and elbows to the body right now, but what the rules that we're trying to keep away are knees to the face and elbows to the face. Yeah, you're right, Gumby. They are always allowed. Yeah, I mean, if you're in side control and you can break your knee free, you're welcome to go to town on some ribs with some knees. You might be giving up your side control at that point, and they pull guard on you. But I do know that people have expressed interest in doing Muay Thai rules for matches before. So I'll look into it. But I think for now the kickboxing rules that we have are pretty good. Again, I'll reiterate what I mentioned about 2 weeks ago about the shoes. If you decide to wear shoes, your opponent also has to have shoes on during the fight. And if you both have shoes on, you're not allowed to head kick. The only exception to that would be if you guys wore those 5-finger-toed shoes, whatever they're called, that are basically like no weight to them or anything. I think last time we did this, I got into a discussion about weight of gloves. Oh, by the way, I might lose you guys up here. I'm just encouraging you to stay with me or rejoin the chat. Rejoin the chat in like 5-6 minutes, okay? If I cut out, because I'm gonna cut out. I cut out every time I go through this dip in the road. It's just gonna happen. But I was gonna talk about see, train of thought gone. I have horrible short-term memory. My long-term memory is great, but short-term, no. Never been good at that. We're still here. Shoes. Gotcha, shoes. Yeah. If you want to use shoes in MMA, that's a put you on the no head kicks thing, and opponent can get a hold of your foot a lot easier. So keep that in mind. Like I said, your opponent's got to wear shoes too. We don't allow one opponent to have something that the other opponent doesn't. Hell, if you guys want to fight in gis, you guys can fight with gis on, but I'm not going to allow one to fight in a gi and the other not to fight in a gi. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to be if you want different times on the rounds, if you guys want to do 1 minute rounds, I mean, hell, that's okay too. Some people don't want to go in there. Some people are not conditioned like they used to be, and they want to go in there and do a quick boxing match. I mean, really, you go in and do a boxing match with 1 minute rounds, you're only 3 minutes in the ring. 6 altogether, because you're probably going to get a 1 minute break. 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. That's not that bad. So, again, you guys can negotiate that kind of stuff. Permanently back. A couple people stuck around. I'm impressed. Shout out to you guys for your dedication. So I'm going to be parked here in another 2 minutes. When I'm parked, I'm going to answer you guys. Think of some questions like right now, because I'm going to be parked in 2 minutes, roughly 2 minutes. And then I will answer questions. I'm really looking forward to January. There's only a couple things that could screw us over in January, everybody. One, COVID. COVID could screw us over in January. If we have the same restrictions, we'll probably have to do the same lame accommodations. Not accommodations. I just can't find the right word. Sorry, guys. We'll have to modify the event accordingly if we have the same restrictions due to COVID. Okay? Not ideal. I know. But we'll have an awesome camera crew there. I did say crew. That might happen. We might have a crew there next time. Not 100%. We will have a cage. And probably a boxing title fight. A title defense. So the other thing that could screw us over would be snow. If we have another snowmageddon and it is snowing or there's a substantial amount of snow on the ground, probably not going to have an event. I'll let you guys know ahead of time based on what the weather looks like. Now that could end up getting a reschedule for the following week. So it's all like preliminary. I don't have any snow that weekend. Just say that. Count on it being cold though. Don't be ashamed to put on some yeah, don't be afraid to put on some spandex or what's the word I'm looking for? Nogi. I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, but you guys can put some cool spandex on. Oh, I'm getting followed. What am I getting followed by? Mail.
Mail? I don't want any mail.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna do I'm gonna answer questions really quick. Let's start. Wow, lots of messages. Tiger Dragon, Oos, King Warlord, what's up? Pono, Gumby, praying for a speedy recovery. Same here. 2021 is our year. It is Gumby. We do need to promote our fighters, Abe, and actually,
Oh, the shot caller came?
maybe. Abe, actually, I think our editor Pete is going to help us with that too, promoting fighters. So stoked for the cage. Yes, Gumby. Crouching Dragon, what is up? Appreciate you guys too, Pono. Everybody out at Brave House.
Hey.
Anyone know if he has any fights coming? Yeah, I do. What's the doors? Oh, sorry. I want to see Scarecrow. Scarecrow's going to be at the next event, Stroop. Hey, I've actually seen you comment. Stroop, you said you guys are Simo's biggest fan. You guys got a little fan club for him or something?
Dad.
Let's see what else. Oh, there's more? Okay. Gotcha shoes. Uh-oh, here goes. Shut the door, please. Are you buying the Street Beefs pay-per-view in VA? Message me. Message me, Abe, on Facebook or Instagram. It doesn't have to be set at 15. It's just that if things get too crazy and we have too many fights, it's going to run into the night. And I want to try to prevent that from happening. I might try to enforce it by having people sign up ahead of time. If you're basically not on the sign-up sheet, then you're not going to get a match. Don't show up at the fights and expect to get a match knowing that you've had 2 months to sign up because you don't want people to know that you're fighting so they can't research you. Gumby, can you fight somebody good? Yeah, Gumby's fought everybody we've given him. He's never ducked anybody. Yeah, right, Abe. I ain't about that. I ain't gonna ruin my life. Gumby fights the Olympian. The Olympian's like 185. Actually, Gumby versus Beach would be a really good one. Go to VA and fight the Olympian. It'll get your name out there. You become. Yeah, if anybody beats Baby Hulk or the Olympian or Beach, yeah, you'll become an instant legend. What happened to Steve? What Steve? What happened to me? Thinking of going pro? That's the goal.
What is this?
I don't know. 5'11", tall, skinny boy. So with the belt, since there's only one, you can hold multiple boxing title fights. Since the guys are not taking the belt home and do the championships for each division. That's the way, I guess. So with the belt, since there's only one, you can hold multiple boxing title fights. Yeah, the reason we're not getting a belt for every weight class, or only for one to cover the whole boxing in general, is because we would literally have $3,000 in belts, and I don't have that much money to spend on the Backyard Fight organization yet, or probably ever. That's crazy. Know who to work towards in our division. What happened to Steve? To me? Are you guys talking to me? Nothing happened to me. I didn't in my last match. Belt throws, loads of front kicks. Gumby versus Baby Hulk. I would think actually True Grit versus Baby Hulk, because they're the same weight. Okay. Well, guys, it's been fun. I've enjoyed answering your questions. But you know what time it is. It's time for me to enjoy the rest of my evening. Flying arm bars all day long, Gumby. Flying arm bars. So I'm going to get off this thing. Oh, Steve, he was asking that when you were cutting out. Oh, yeah. When I do these live things, I usually hit a bad spot on the way home. So it happens every time. I come back. I don't forget about you guys. So, peace out, everybody. Stay tuned on the channel for more stuff coming out when Pete gets back to me, when he's feeling better. So, thanks for stopping in. Peace out.